turning your head like Peyton Manning. You all right there, buddy?
I hurt my... It happens when you wake up in a bed that's not yours.
Whoa. Thanks for picking me up on time this morning, then, Mario.
Kid was crying.
Oh, yeah.
I went in there.
Yeah.
I woke up, he wasn't.
Oh.
He got out of bed, he went and slept with my wife.
Oh, all right then.
It's like, you freaking sell out.
I woke up yesterday morning to find Christopher, the 5-year-old, made a breakfast of Oreos and chocolate pudding for himself. Whatever, dude.
That is glorious.
Whatever.
I'm so proud of him.
The only downside was there was chocolate pudding everywhere because he must have dropped the lid when he pulled the lid off the pudding. He must have dropped it. And kids don't pick things up gingerly. He put his hand on because he's not tall enough to really reach the counter, and he slid it across the counter to get it to himself. There's this big trail of chocolate pudding across the counter.
You come in the kitchen, it looks like the first 2 minutes of SVU.
It did.
What happened here?
It was fun to watch the football game with Logan though, with the 11-year-old.
Nice.
Well, it's he's at a different level of understanding in the game now, right? So we could sit there. It's something like the Tremaine Edmonds play. It happened, and I go, "Gah!" He goes, "What?" I go, "Edmonds!" That's exactly what I did. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, and I had the broadcast taped, so I rolled it back. I was like, "Watch," and I hit play, and as soon as he moved right, he goes, "Oh no!" And there's Edmonds shooting that gap. There's Carlos Hyde taking it the other way, but Hyde looked great. He looked great.
Yeah. I was watching it with a buddy of mine, and within the first 2 series, I was like, oh, rewind that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, at one point, the third time I did it, he goes, can we watch the game now? I'm like, what? We'd be able to skip by the commercials.
I will say that Peterman versus McCarron with the ones, Peterman was definitely more in sync with the receivers, but I think Peterman got better protection than McCarron got. McCarron threw that one ball to KB in the opening drive, and it just went through KB's hands, but that was as close as a off your back foot throw got for him.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't get any closer than that. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't the smartest throw. Yes, did it hit KB in the hands? Sure did.
He allocated a couple of them.
He did. Yeah, he did. But he had a linebacker coming down on him. Like, it was a nasty position to put him in.
It was a business decision.
Yeah. It was a business decision.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
A smart one. But Peterman definitely looked more comfortable with the ones than McCarron did. But again, the protection was better. So, I mean, I don't know how Peterman would have done with that protection. The third team O-line was pretty awful.
Do you think that was an accident? The fact that they kept him and Bodine together? You said a long time ago. Yeah. What did I say?
No, you said him. We were talking about McCarron and
oh no, McCarron. Yeah, they kept McCarron and Bodine because of the communication factor, which means that either the quarterback or the line makes calls, makes the protection calls. So whatever Bodine's calling, if McCarron, he's up to it and he hears it, he's like, okay, or he says to Bodine, hey, listen, they're going to come up here on the left, so Bodine can adjust the protections itself. So that's why I think the protection was different, because before, in the first game, you had Groy calling it for the other 4 guys, and maybe Peterman wasn't as, to that level yet. Well, you got to figure, McCarron was doing that for 8 years, 4 in the pros and 4 at Bama. So, just like anything else, Peterman's going to grow that way. Peterman is completing 85% of his passes.
I know.
Are you kidding me right now?
He had a scary one though. Almost threw one the other direction again. He makes some scary decisions sometimes.
I really think he
doesn't protect them. He doesn't throw the ball to protect the possession all the time.
He is playing with the threes.
Yeah.
And essentially, if you play with the threes, you're playing with house money. You can't do anything horrible. Take a couple shots. And I think the fact is, I think he forces throws to prove that he can make Allen throws. That's why I think he throws it to the outside like that. He's like, oh, Dable, guess what? Because I said this last night. There are certain throws you don't have to cover all the field with McCarron.
No.
You don't have to cover all the field with Peterman.
No.
Allen, you need to cover 100 by 53.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't. You can't let him
go because he'll take off.
So what I think Peterman is trying to do is he's trying to prove that, hey, you know that playbook you got for Allen for these special throws? I can make those too.
Yep.
And he's a man on a mission. Like I said last week, I love the kid's resolve.
I am Googling.
He's 17 for 20.
Isn't that sick?
With the ones and the threes.
I am Googling.
Should we go to commercial while you're doing that?
Nah, if I can't find it, it's not going to matter. I was looking to see, you know how a lot of times they'll have, who's your favorite quarterback from when you were growing up, right?
That's easy.
Yeah, yours is Bledsoe.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm complimenting you. I'm making you younger than you are.
We just lost like 6 subs because of that.
Because of a Drew Bledsoe reference?
Because he was a Patriot.
Yeah, but Drew Bledsoe was the gold standard for QBs for like 12 years after he stopped playing for the Bills.
No, I was a Montana fan for the longest time, and then he retired, and I needed a new quarterback to follow.
Yeah, West Coast offense doesn't work in the NFL. Just trying to see how far I can push this. That's all it says. Just trying to see how far I can go. I cannot find. Put the hand down. Put the hand down. I was looking to see if Nate Peterman's favorite QB growing up was somebody like Brett Favre, right? Because Favre would just knife the ball in. He didn't care.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say a guy like Rivers, he would watch.
I always liked Rivers.
Rivers is he's a very religious man. He's all about family. He's kind of
He's got like 12 kids.
a little bit. He wants his own 11.
And that's it.
But the point being is that I could see some crossover with those two. Now, not as far as delivery or anything like this, but just basically I could see Rivers being a guy that Peterman probably looked up to.
I'm curious to know who
Yeah.
Nate Peterman modeled this game after. I just threw it in Google for 30 seconds. I didn't come up with anything. A lot of times when the Bills, draft a player, they'll ask, 20 questions with Nate Peterman, or they're just that rapid fire questions. Like, I just couldn't find anything like that.
The eerie part about it is a lot of his throws and how his form is. He kind of looks like David Carr.
No?
That's what his windup looks like, and it scares me.
I like David Carr.
So did a lot of defenses.